Cool.
Cool.
Do I need to clap?
Nah, it's fine. That mic will pick up the clap.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, just on that audio and this audio, it'll create a big spike, and then I can just see instantly, and I can line up that one little spike on the webcam audio / also the video clip, and then these audios.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Like a clapperboard.
That'll pick it up. Yeah, it's pretty much a clapperboard. I don't know why they need clapperboards. It's just
It's just a sync up the sound and the...
just privilege. White male privilege. Welcome back to the Old Man Media Podcast with your hosts, William Ragg.
Paul Buchanan.
I like that, we say each other's names. It's
Does that feel professional?
our podcast.
I'm not Paul Buchanan, by the way. I'm Will Ragg.
He's Will Ragg, I'm Paul Buchanan, but I like that. It's fostering a good sense of community here at Old Man Media.
We're trying new things.
If you want to write in, tell us your names, we'll shout you out.
We'll start saying other people's names on the phone.
Bonus points if your name's like really old. Like your name's Graham.
Great.
Definitely going to introduce myself as Graham next time.
Yeah, we need old men listening. This
Yeah.
is who this is for. Great. So we're going to talk about Jaws today. 51 years since it changed cinema. Are you, like, how familiar are you?
51 years to what month? Is it literally last month?
No, it would have been... I don't know what month it came out. Well, it was a summer blockbuster, so it would have come out, like, early summer.
Yeah, okay, so just generally 51 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, 75.
It is quite like a hallmark of the 70s, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a big... It was a big turning point for studios were struggling a lot in the late 60s for, revenue, so they were trying a lot of other stuff and taking risks on young filmmakers, which they don't really do anymore.
What? Taking risks on young filmmakers?
Yeah.
Was it one of Stephen's first? I actually didn't know.
It was his... Well, technically it was his fourth feature film, but two of them are TV movies, and then the other one, Sugarland Express, didn't really do very well at all. It earned $12 million on a $3 million budget, well, worldwide anyway, which is not bad. Made back his money, but it was considered a failure, and it was pulled after I think 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, obviously Jaws was his first time with real money, a big kind of studio backing, and really had to get this right.
Animatronic sharks going haywire.
So, how much do you know about Jaws and the production?
I just know odd facts. I know that they really struggled with the animatronic shark, and that in the end, that's why you don't see the shark a lot. Is because it was sort of like a happy accident. Because I feel like it's better that you don't see the shark. That it's like the hidden enemy, and it's everyone knows obviously the theme as well. Was it John Williams?
John Williams, yeah.
Was it one of his early? I mean, it obviously is his early work.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it would have been fairly early.
Because that's pretty much music history right there. Every person has even if you're not a musician, has hopped on a piano at some point and just gone because it's just any two notes next to each other on the low end, and you got it. And it's so simple but genius and iconic, and one of the definitely in the conversation for one of the best scores of all time.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But more than that, I mean, I was reading Steven Soderbergh.
Yeah.
So I was reading an article that he wrote last year for the 50th anniversary, and he was basically saying that that film doesn't work without that score, and it's not just the iconic bit; it's all of the work that Williams doing all over the film is just so incredible, and really, really ties it together. No, I'll tell you what, he did. Did you know he did The Long Goodbye? Oh yeah, I did know, because he made the song The Long Goodbye for The Long Goodbye. But it's one of his first major films. I mean, he didn't really... I did The Killers by Don Siegel, but yeah, didn't really do much before that. But yeah, Steven Soderbergh is a huge fan of Jaws. I've been writing a book on it for 15 years. And he's also a film teacher, and he talks a lot to his students about Jaws and about how important the filmmaking is and what you can learn from it. And if you watch Soderbergh's films, I mean, I think that shows up a lot.
Oceans.
Not but not in sneaking high art into popular culture. I think Soderbergh's really, really good at that, and he's learned that definitely from
Kind
Spielberg.
of like when you need a dog to take its medicine, you wrap it up in a bit of cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
Give it some ham.
That's what modern capitalistic art is all about. It's like, how do I make this enjoyable for myself and make millions?
Yeah, I'm making something highly enjoyable, but then also, like it being incredibly good art is something that Spielberg really perfected. Both named Steven as well, which is funny. But he basically said last year that in the 50 years since Jaws' release, there is nothing in all the technological advancements in movie making and in electronics, everything. There is nothing that's been made that makes moving that shark on a pneumatic sled any easier. It's like still just as hard today as it was in the 70s.
You're better off with a geezer covered in ping pong balls. Better off with like Tom Daly.
Jumping onto the back of the ship. This is big arms. Yeah, I mean, obviously they'd make it CGI now, but it wouldn't have the same effect. And obviously there is parts in it that they do actually use real footage. So the film was based on a book by a guy called Peter. It's escaped me now. I bought the book the other day, and Peter Benchley or something.
Peter Picked.
God, I can't remember his name. Anyway, but he got the idea after he watched a documentary about guys that went down in the shark cages. It's called like Deep Blue Sea or Great White Terror or something like that.
I was going to say, when you're saying there's bits that are real, there is a bit in the film where they do lower a cage into the sea or something, right, to bait it. That's got to be
yeah. So this is what I was going to say. So he got the idea for the book after watching that documentary, and Spielberg got those guys that made that original documentary to shoot some stuff for him, and they do that, and there's a really famous bit where the shark gets like on top of the cage, and he's like squirming around on top of the cage. That was obviously real, and it was filmed by those guys. It's crazy, honestly. Like
it's sort of like a little bit of a Hail Mary, like filmmaking, and just like, I hope we get the shots that we need. Because it's very chancy that all of it came together the way that it did.
Yeah, I mean, Spielberg didn't think it would work. Like, there's Richard Dreyfuss tells a story that like that last shot that they filmed where Brody actually shoots the shark, but he's got the thing in his mouth and he shoots the canister and it blows up. Spielberg wasn't there. He just left it to the AD, and Dreyfuss turns his head at the on the plane, and Spielberg's next to him. And he's like, "Aren't you supposed to be on set still?" And he's like, "Nope, couldn't do it." And he was so like anxious and so nervous that he just had to go. Like, he couldn't handle it anymore. And Spielberg always says that like the production of the film like gave him stress-induced PTSD. Like, he really, really hates thinking about it, and hates there was a story came out last year about how the 3 original sharks are gone. They made a cast from one of them, and they're in like the Universal backlot or whatever now. But the boat is still there, and so the boat is in the Universal thing. And sometimes Spielberg would just go into the boat and just lay down, like way after the film. He would just sneak onto Universal Studios and then just.
Yeah, I mean, it's like having props like that is like a time capsule. I often wonder how much an atmosphere on a set goes into the atmosphere that gets into a film, because if it gave them PTSD and maybe it was like really, stressful, there are moments in that film that feel like, the whole, people just like dropping off, and then the main guy's got to kind of sort out this shark problem, and it's like there's a real tension as the film like rises.
Yeah, that was palpable on set as well. Yeah. It was incredibly stressful on set. There's a whole book about it by Carl Gottlieb, who was one of the screenwriters for Jaws, and also was in the film briefly. He's the reporter that when they find the tiger shark and he's getting the picture of everyone. That's Carl Gottlieb, and he wrote a book called The Jaws Log, which is like basically the document for like the Jaws production, and all of everything that went wrong every day. He wrote all of it down.
Who's the lead actor in Jaws?
Robert Scheider.
I like him. He's kind of got Hank Hill energy.
Yeah, he's great. He's so good. He's like in all of the best films of the 70s. He's so good.
There was a second film. Did they ask him to come back for it?
I don't know if they asked him to come back. They certainly asked Spielberg to come back, but he refused.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, once the shark's dead, it's dead, right?
Yeah, but I've never actually seen the sequels, but I think they go into different places. So I've told you the Michael Caine story.
Yeah, I think you said it on the pod before, but
Oh,
I think
but-
I'm happy for you to repeat it. 'Cause
It's so
good.
funny. So Michael Caine's agent hands him the script for Jaws 3 and goes, have a look at that, see if you want to do it. And Michael Caine's like, oh, God. I'm trying to do my Michael Caine. Can you do a Michael Caine accent?
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
What the
Oh,
fuck
Mr.
is this
Wayne.
schlop?
Oh, Mr. Wayne.
Master Wayne, what the fuck
Oh,
is
I
this
can't
on my
do it.
desk?
I used to be able to do it, but I can't. Anyway, he opens up the script and reads the first line. The first line is exterior Bahamas day. And he goes, yep, that's it, I'm in. Classic Caine law.
There's another story that every time you tell that story it makes me think of someone else who saw it was like the director was someone and they were like, oh, I want to say they saw it was directed by like David Lynch or something. They're like, I don't even need to read the script, sign me on. And it just turned out to be a different director who was like a complete nobody who had the same name.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that story. I can't remember who it was though.
Yeah, so I've just looked it up and it's Bill Murray accepted Garfield. Because he saw the name Joel Cohen on the writing script and he thought it was the Coen brothers, who's like, yep, I'm in. And then,
Doing the Garfield movie.
yeah, and then it's just a different Joel Cohen, but he's worked on like Toy Story and stuff, so he's got creds in some way, but it's just kids movie cred instead of Bill Murray thinking he's going to be in like Fargo or something.
Oh, that reminds me of another story actually. Have you heard about Noah Baumbach's divorce?
Who's that?
Noah Baumbach did the Marriage Story.
Oh yeah, and with who was he divorced from? Was that?
I can't remember the.
It's another filmmaker, isn't it?
No, he's with Greta Gerwig now.
Yeah.
But the lady at the time, it was, I think, maybe also a filmmaker. I can't remember her name.
'cause I think there's a thing where it's like two filmmakers make their own. They both made a film about their breakup.
Oh right, oh, okay. No, that was also her and Lost in Translation is that, but Spike Jonze and Sofia Coppola.
Yeah. And Spike Jonze did hers, and Sofia Coppola obviously did Lost in Translation.
But no, so right, so Noah Baumbach, the divorce that Marriage Story is about is from that lady. I can't remember her name. He to pay for that divorce, he wrote Madagascar 3.
What a whopper of a film.
Yeah, not even one of the good ones either.
I like, there's like Robert De Niro, his spot in his career where he went through a divorce in the 2000s, and he's just suddenly in Meet the Fockers and all these like really goofy comedies, and some of them are proper shit, and it's just like, get your head down. Get the cash in.
Nick Cage is the same. He owed a lot of money to people and had to take any job he could.
I mean, I've seen a lot of his films recently.
And he was in a lot of shit films because he like just had to have the money. So he just said yes to anything.
I rate it because it's like, as an actor, even when you've made it, you're still fucking struggling.
Yeah.
You're still having to do shit you don't want to do. Like, there's very rarely, even someone of De Niro's level has to stoop to that level.
Have you seen the new one? The new Meet the Fockers with Ariana Grande?
No.
I'm kind of excited for it.
No.
Yeah, I'm definitely
going to
watch
that was
it.
the thing, but I'm not excited.
No, it looked good.
I don't know.
No, I kind of love those shitty comedies sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, Grown Ups has a special place.
That's such a bad film. I just love Adam Sandler.
It's just like the shittiest little jokes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're going to have a pregnant lady and she's going to keep her breast milk in the fridge. Wonder what's going to happen here.
But the second one, have you ever seen the second one?
No.
It has no plot whatsoever. It's just a sequence of events.
Adam Sandler like, what's up, guys? Shoot some
It's
hoops.
so bad. I remember seeing it when I was like 12 or 13 years old and thinking, this is terrible. And like even at 13 I was like, what have they done?
It was such a good time. It's like the bit where they're going down the slide. That's an iconic movie poster. It's like Adam Sandler on the slide, like, whoa, and you're like, whoa, this film is about nothing.
What a rollicking good time. Right, Jaws. What was I saying about Jaws?
Back to, after talking about grown-ups, back to Jaws.
As equally as important.
Can't really mention them without...
So I was talking about Spielberg's PTSD, wasn't I? And
grown ups. PTSD.
Yeah, like if you ever listen to like an interview with Spielberg, he talks about Jaws, and he like really like is like, yeah, like this film gave me PTSD. Like comes like straight out says it, and yeah, he never wanted to do it again. So he didn't. He definitely he denied doing Jaws 2, and but you know, I don't know if you know much about like what the studio system was like before Jaws. So I mean, obviously there's like the whole New Hollywood thing. Obviously Scorsese, Coppola, Dennis Hopper, Peter Bogdanovich, Spielberg, Lucas, all came up, you know, in the late 60s, early 70s, when the studio system.
What do they call that era? Do you know?
The New Hollywood.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Hollywood New Wave, New Hollywood.
Because the Golden Age was
gone.
Yeah,
Golden Age was like the 30s through the 50s.
And then the early 60s was like a dip.
Yeah, there was a real dip for a lot of reasons. I think people were getting tired of it. There was a lot of kind of the samey kind of films coming out. There's a lot of films coming out as well, and also people were getting TVs in their homes. That was another big reason. And there was just a shift in culture. Obviously, in the 60s, there was a big shift in culture. There's very obvious through the music and things like that. But like, people wanted to see like more kind of grounded, films and more films about things that matter to them. So that's The Graduate and Bonnie and Clyde came out in '67. That's really, really big. Because it was
even that's late 60s. Like I'm trying to think of stuff from the early 60s that was like maybe a standout film, but I'm just like,
I mean, there are some I can't think off the top of my head, but like the thing you'll notice with the 60s, a lot of the big Hollywood films, they got as many movie stars as they could in one film. So films like The Greatest...
Still do.
Yeah, well, I mean, they do that occasionally, yeah. But in, films like The Greatest Story Ever Told, which is a retelling of the story of, Jesus being crucified. And, like, there's, like, randomly John Wayne in it. And he's not playing like a character, a recognisable character. And they've got, like, Sidney Poitier in it. And then there's films like It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, which has all of like the comedy actors of the 60s in it. And it's quite a good film, and they do some crazy stunts in it. But yeah, you can just tell they were just throwing stuff against the wall, just like, what can we do? Just get everybody in it. And then, 67 marks the end of the Hays Code. So the Hays Code, do you know what that is? So basically it was a set of rules that was supposed to guide the moral kind of compass of the audiences and the filmmakers and stuff. You couldn't show people actually dying on screen. You couldn't show people being shot. You couldn't show people taking drugs, kissing for extended periods of time. No sex scenes. All of this was trying to keep the American audience goers pure and like not tainted, because they believed that like cinema was like a den of sin, basically.
Yeah, I should probably go back to that, to be honest. American people are straight far.
But like there was a lot of like interesting ways around it. Like people like found lots of There's famously
they
Hitchcock.
would just cut to like a finger and a heart.
No. So Hitchcock cuts to there was supposed to be like a sex scene on a train. He cuts to the train going through a tunnel.
Yeah.
That's the famous one. Yeah.
There's a lot of like. I don't know, I feel like The Simpsons does a lot of those references to like, obviously, I think you're held to the same restriction on like TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I think probably even more, even still today with TV shows, not before Watershed. Like you can't swear in like midday. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so but Bonnie and Clyde was really because they invented blood squibs. So you could shoot somebody and it would look like they were shot because there would be a blood explosion on them, and they were obviously remote activated. And Bonnie and Clyde, the famous last scene is Bonnie and Clyde just being absolutely obliterated with all of this, and there's blood and guts everywhere. And previously in the 60s, that was like not imaginable. You couldn't, there was no way that would be on screen. Like 5 years before, that would never have been seen. And The Graduate obviously is like this disillusioned youth trying to find his way and like having extramarital affairs,
like flirting with like next door neighbors.
That was like they were seeing like actual youth culture and things like that, and yeah, it was. So they were representing
honest.
youth.
Yeah, like less Hollywood.
Yeah.
Less like glazed over. You know, it's more real.
Yeah. And so yeah, you get all of these new filmmakers coming up, and they're the studio's taking a gamble on them. You know, the big one obviously was 72. The Godfather comes out, and it's you know, it was a young filmmaker making this big long 3-hour film. He takes a gamble on Al Pacino. Al Pacino's not really been in anything big. Yeah, obviously Panic in Needle Park that I gave you.
He was mainly theatre, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, he was a big theatre guy. I mean, he came to films a little late, honestly, because he was doing so much theatre.
Man, we should do an episode on Panic.
Yeah, that's a really good film. Really influential, especially if you watch any of the Safdie's films.
It's like Al Pacino brings this kind of energy to the role. It really does remind me of like when you're kind of being a little, I don't know, if you have like a little cheeky rebel phase when you're a kid and you're just like, you know, running about, just doing whatever you want, bumming about, but except you've got like a, you know, 26-year-old man doing it. Like,
and he was so hot as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, I can see why you would pick him based off of that film, because like, I mean, it's not like and like with The Godfather, is it? It's very different roles, but
yeah,
the fact that he's able to bring that to a role, you can see the talent.
But yeah, he needed someone that was youthful, someone who could be quite scary, and has, you know, a commanding screen presence, and that was Al Pacino all over.
Well, I tell you what, we could do a 3-part series on the like evolution of Al Pacino's acting.
I got for Christmas. I got Sonny Boy, Al Pacino's biography. I've been meaning to read it.
Yeah, I've got a De Niro one up there that I bought at a charity shop. No idea. It's written by some schmuck.
That's a great cover photo.
It's just, we'll get that for the viewers at home.
I tell you what, a classic.
It's not even like prime De Niro. It's just like.
I know. I tell you what. Let me see that. That's. I reckon that's 80s, isn't it? But he did.
John Baxter. You think that's 80s? I think that's 90s. Maybe.
But he did. I watched Ronin recently.
Hang on, cover photograph. Oh, it doesn't have the date. It says Anne-Marie Fox. Oh well.
I watched Ronin recently. Ronin's a really good De Niro film.
I need to watch that. Yeah.
Anyway, and so Godfather comes out in 72. It's really, really big. Earns a lot of money. You know, but it's like it's not this big action film. It's not got loads of stars. I mean, it's got Marlon Brando in it, but he kind of had to convince the studio again to do that.
Yeah,
because Marlon Brando was a bit, you know,
pretty much retired, right? I don't know how.
I don't know about retired, but yeah, he certainly he was. I don't know. People didn't really want him in films because he was a bit of a troublemaker for studios and their reputation and everything.
Yeah, I had a habit of not showing up.
Yeah, things like that. I mean, obviously, there's a famous story in the Apocalypse Now where he turns up fat and bald and. You know, Coppola's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to have lived in the jungle for like months, and you're fat and bald. You're supposed to have long hair and be really skinny." It's exactly the opposite of.
What a guy!
Yeah, he's great. Anyway, so that comes out, and they're like, "Okay, maybe it's worth it financially for us to get." Young filmmakers in, and so you know Scorsese. I mean, he does Taxi Driver after Jaws, but that earns money and critical success, and he gets. I think he gets us. No, he doesn't get an Oscar, but I can't remember now.
Wait, anyway, Scorsese was. Wait, what?
Scorsese got a lot of critical success and kind of got his pick of what he wanted to do because of Taxi Driver.
Yeah, yeah.
I think then he makes Raging Bull. Can't remember. Anyway,
he made New York directly.
Oh, that was it. New York,
which was a flop. I've seen it. It's an okay film. It's like a solid 3-star maybe on a good day, but like it's not.
No, not.
I don't really know what he was going for with that one, but I do like that he's like.
He was trying to combine a lot of things, trying to combine old Hollywood musicals and like new. I don't know. Yeah.
I respect it for the fact that like. I don't know, I feel like he probably had a lot of expectations to keep making these edgy movies in a way, and it's like, I'm going to make a musical, fuck you. And maybe that's the whole, I haven't seen it, but...
But he was also dating Liza Minnelli.
Yeah, maybe that factors into it.
Also doing a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
that definitely
does. It doesn't scream like cocaine, it just screams like, cocaine.
Someone's not told him this is a bad idea. Yeah. Anyway, and then
It's not the cool kind of cocaine. It's like when you're stuck talking to the guy at the afters kind of cocaine. You can't.
I want to make this film.
Liza Minnelli. Robert De Niro plays the saxophone. He's spent 6 months learning it for this role.
Did he really?
Yeah, he actually learned to play the saxophone for that role.
Wow, that's
and
impressive.
like that was a fact that made me think maybe this is gonna be a cool movie.
Yeah.
It's not. And then I don't know. It's kind of like what are they? It's kind of like La La Land, isn't it?
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like La La Land was like, let's do this movie again, but make it good.
La La Land's not a good movie. I fucking hate that film.
What?
No, I really like
The soundtrack's
explaining
good.
jazz to black people. It's just fucking.
Oh, I don't care about the jazz bit. Jazz is a bunch of noise anyway. But you know, but like the story is pretty good. I think I like the idea.
Yeah.
You know, I think I do like relationship studies in films.
Yeah.
And you know, taking two people and going like separate directions, and then like seeing how their lives change. I think that's Dad.
Is it really?
Looks like it. He's doing the rounds. He's
Got the
he's-
nose.
What was his name?
Yeah, I want to say David.
Listeners of the podcast.
No, I think he's reformed.
Fuck off, is he? Let's go.
Because he Lib Dem, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a reform?
It looked well. He had like
Let's
light
get
blue.
the fucking.
Let's get the fucking baseball bats.
Fuck you.
Oh god. Okay.
Back to Jaws.
Back to Jaws. Yeah. So Godfather comes out in 72, and you know, Jaws comes out 75, and the book comes out in 74, and it immediately gets optioned for a movie script, and Spielberg reads the movie script and he's like, I have to do this. Like it combines a lot of what he loves. Old monster movies, family dynamics, big spectacle. You know, it's an adventure movie. It's a buddy movie. It's all of this stuff, and he really wants to do it. It's exactly his style. What would later be his style. And but they'd already had a director assigned. I can't remember the guy's name. I want to say Dick Harris, who's he wasn't a big director. He directed like one Raymond Chandler adaptation with Robert Mitchum, which wasn't very good. And but Dick Harris actually gets fired from the film because he keeps referring to the shark as a whale. And it's just they're all just like they're in production meetings and like you clearly don't understand the film, like so they just let him go. And then they considered John Sturges for a while, who I don't know if you know who he is, but he's like a veteran filmmaker. He was, you know, he did a Hemingway adaptation, The Old Man and the Sea, and there's obviously quite a lot of that in Jaws.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, maybe he's right for it. But Spielberg was like begging and pleading with them, like, please give me this. Lobbied them really, really hard, and they eventually gave in. Zanuck and Brown are the production, so they handled the actual production of the film. Universal handled all the money, and so they eventually gave in to him, and they liked Duel as well. Have you seen Duel? Duel's really, really good. It's his first film. It was a TV film, but it's since kind of gained like.
Is it the one that's like Battle Royale?
No, he's being chased by a truck down like this. He's trying to get back home, but this truck is trying to drive him off the road.
Right.
With unexplainably, like he doesn't know why. It's really, really good.
Is
Yeah,
it
so
like
his
the
first
twist
film.
is there's like someone in the back seat with an axe.
No, I can't even remember what the end. I think that the truck goes off the road. I can't remember actually. Been a while since I've seen it.
Somehow, truck returned.
Oh, is that the bit from Star Wars?
Yeah.
They can fly now.
I saw like a meme. It was like, if you ever feel like you're like bad at your job or whatever, or you ever got imposter syndrome, just remember someone got paid to write somehow Palpatine return.
Yeah, to try and
Get that Star Wars bag in.
Oh god, yeah, they hated the Return of the Jedi, didn't they? Everybody, that was crazy. Anyway, where was I?
Was it the new one that says that?
The one where
Yeah, it's the last Jedi.
Skywalker Return, whatever it is. What is it?
Return of Skywalker.
Yeah. And the clone trooper like jumps over him, and Oscar Isaac goes, "They can fly now." Shut up! Fucking hell.
I heard a really interesting thing about Oscar Isaac. He was cast to play. Fuck, they were going to do a film about. It's all gone. It's all fucking gone.
Do you want to look it up whilst I go to the toilet?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I just remembered it. The old school way. It was a Solid Snake movie.
Oh, really?
So I saw some shit. I don't know if it's true or not. Jack Black's been cast to play Solid Snake.
No way.
And yeah, I was like, that's got to be bullshit. Like, it was posted on April 7th. So I was like, it's not even April Fool's Day. But like, I was just like, maybe it's just a shit post page. And then like in the comments, people were talking about how Oscar Isaac was like.
That I could see, actually.
Yeah, which I thought would be a pretty good casting. But yeah, then someone was like, well, if they've cast Jack Black, how will they do the Super Smash Bros. Movie? Is he gonna play both of them?
Oh, what? Because Solid Snake's in Super Smash Bros. Isn't it? Are they doing a Super Smash Bros. Movie?
I don't know.
That's what Super Mario 2 looks like.
That's what it's working towards. Yeah, but I mean, they're just Galaxy was like. Yeah, we'll get into that at some point.
For another day.
I don't even know if I care enough about Super Mario to talk about it. But
oh, God.
I've got the popcorn bucket up there.
Didn't like the movie, but bought the popcorn bucket.
Well, that's the thing. That's why they get you. You buy before you go in.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I didn't mind the movie.
No.
But, it's for kids.
Yeah. Yeah, just...
If I'm supposed to be
jangling keys
in
front of kids' face.
Yeah, if I'm supposed to be analysing it through a critical lens, then I'm not going to enjoy it.
You don't enjoy anything when you do that.
True. Back to Jaws.
Right, so... anyway, Spielberg gets the film and he gets on set, and the shark, right, the big problem with the shark is that it was made in a freshwater tank in Hollywood and then transported to Martha's Vineyard, the other side of the country, in salt water, and it immediately rusted. And that's why you don't see it at the beginning of the film, is because it just didn't work. He wanted it to be in the first scene of the film, but it like as you said, it's kind of happy accident. It does kind of work, and it is this more kind of elemental force because it is not seen.
I really would have loved to be on set or whatever when the day it was like, well, the animatronic shark's fucked. We're gonna have to go with a guy with a fin taped to his head, and Steve's like, what? Like, can you imagine them how nervous you'd be? Like, we've spent all this money, and now we're just gonna have a fucking guy with a fin attached to his head. Like, are you sure? What? Yeah. Again, lucky it just works really well. Like, I think it makes it better because you've just got that's scarier than seeing a whole shark coming towards you. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean Spielberg, like, adapting to stuff, like, really shines through there. He's such a good filmmaker, and you can see it so early on. So that's where most of the troubles come from. The fact that it was just completely rusted, and
it's not very good engineering foresight, is it?
No, well, they were so rushed. As part of the problem, they might have thought about that if they hadn't. Maybe have tested it beforehand, but they just didn't have the time or the money. Anyway, so speaking of elemental forces, do you know? So
it's quite sunny out today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is great. Great day to go to the skate park. One of the big. One of the big reads of the film is obviously Watergate. Do you know Watergate? Where President Nixon resigns the office because he'd been caught implicated in bugging and tampering with the Democratic National Convention that was in the Watergate Hotel. And so that's very obvious in the film. You know, the mayor trying to get everyone back in the water, even though he knows there's a shark, and he's been told that the shark is still there, and he's covering it all up, and eventually it comes back to get him, quite literally. Well, I mean, obviously he doesn't die, but other people do, but the other big one is that I was reading about this, and there's quite a few articles on it, but Jaws as kind of almost an analogy for the Vietnam War. And so I was a little bit kind of skeptical at first, but I mean, I read a few things on it, and I mean, it does kind of make sense. I mean, the shark mostly goes for and kills, apart from one, young Americans, and it's kind of this elemental force that you can't see. It's coming out from everywhere, all around you. There's the scene where they go
Like
and
the Red Scare.
yeah, the
kind
Red
of
Scare.
stuff.
The Viet
Yeah.
Cong in in the jungle. They couldn't see him. They were all around. Charlie was all around him.
But I also think, I don't know, maybe there's even like Cold War implications in it. I know it's a different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's related, but it's a different thing. But it's like the scare of like undercover Russian agents being
Yeah.
around as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there was a general fear, like all the time, that there was going to be nuclear war. They wouldn't see
Can't
the
relate
incoming.
to that.
But that was big, especially in the 50s. If you watch the film Failsafe, that was like a big. They were genuinely really terrified all the time that they would just die and they wouldn't, But yeah, like there's the scene where they go just before they catch the tiger shark, where they all go out in the boats, to go try and catch the shark, and they're just like throwing explosives. They're all just like chucking blood and guts into the water, throwing explosives. They're just like they have no care. They're just like. All going out, and it's just like they're obviously stand-ins for like Vietnam vets. They probably were in Vietnam. Do you know what I mean? So I thought that was really interesting. I mean, it goes back to that thing I was saying. Popular culture as a vehicle for high art, and having all of these interpretations of, art, and it being so interesting and so deep.
But you don't need to know any of that to enjoy the film.
No, yeah,
so,
exactly.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Spielberg's always said that it's for him the film is about home, and Brody is missing his home in New York, and there's all of these, Quint is a home in the sea, these kinds of things. There's a lot to be said about Jaws, and also a book to read about Jaws is Antonia Quirk's BFI Modern Classics. It's only a short little thing. I read it in a day, and she writes about it really, really interestingly. A lot of good insights there. She's really good. That's all for me.
Thank you for listening to our talk piece on Jaws.
Yeah.
And other things.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
I'll see you in the next step.
Bye bye.